All right, let's begin if we could. Good evening, everyone. The hour being after 6:30, I'd like to call the Tuesday, February 28th School Building Committee meeting to order. Let me read this notice if I could first, or an abbreviated version of it. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, a state of emergency on, on March 12th, 2020, Governor Baker issued an executive order temporarily suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Citizens with a question or comment can email mwortali@walpole.k12.ma.us or middleschoolproject@walpole.k12.ma.us. As I said, an abbreviated version. Our first order of business, Chin, I'll turn it over to you and explain why we're meeting tonight.
Okay. You should be able to see my screen there. Okay. Sorry, my apology that the first order. Before we start that, I just want to pass on a message that I heard from a senior MSBA staff that I ran into in an event that John Jump congratulated the project team for being able to meet the project budget, and I thought that I would share that news. We're here to approve the Eversource invoice, and this is for the utility back charge for bringing in the permanent power to the project. And this is a little bit more involved than most other projects. We have nearly 500 feet of underground in the street to get to our property line. And then after that, there's another 830 or 800, a little bit more than that, of conduit going from this point at the property line to the transformer. And this is resulting in a cost of $242,275. And I'm going to pause in case that there's any questions from the committee.
Anybody have any questions?
Jen, do they have to bring it across the street?
We have Eversource has limited power on the street, and then so this is what they have to do in order to service the new building.
No, what I meant was, did they actually have to trench from one side of East Street to the other? Was the power take off down on the other side of the street? That's what I'm asking.
That I do not know for sure in terms of the location. So that I do not know the precise location of this manhole. And I believe this may not be on the other side of the street. It could be in the middle of the street for all we know.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else?
Chin, can I ask, I believe you said that we can handle this additional cost within the existing budget. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And let me show you how that would be is that in our original budget, we allowed $200,000 for utility company fees, 7,537 between the temporary service and what we have to spend up to this point. And so what's remaining was not enough, and we need to add in the 150,000 to that line item. And that we would, in order to do that, in this on the screen here is that we are moving. I am pulling that number out of the revised owner's contingency, and that 150,000. The reason it's not showing 150 here is because we are adding some amount of money from the between the $160,000 and the $131,000 from the unused funds, and so that's why it's not 150. So the revised picture will be here. The total contingency is 6.371,219, and I like to remind the committee that as of today, that we have installed in place approximately 10% of the project out of the $92.8 million, and we have not yet spent any of the construction contingency as of now. And normally at the start of the project that you want to start with 5% of construction contingency and 1% on the owner's contingency. So after the draw, we still have 1.86% in the owner's contingency. Nancy, did that answer your question?
Perfect, thank you.
Anybody else? Anything else, Chin?
No, we would need a vote from the committee to approve the amount of $242,275 paid to Eversource.
You need a motion, Chin, did you say? I'm sorry, I lost you.
We need a vote.
Okay, very good. Would anybody like to make a motion?
So moved?
A motion from Ms. Gallivan, do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Barrett, let me poll the committee. Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Mr. Barrett,
Yes.
Ms. Kenny,
Yes.
Ms. Gallivan,
Yes.
Ms. Gaositz,
Yes.
Dr. Goff,
Yes.
Jeffrey Fisher,
Yes.
Jack Fisher,
Yes.
Dr. Hahn.
Yes.
Dr. Hahn was here.
I'm here, Mark. Yes.
Very good, and I vote yes. I don't see anybody else. It is a vote. Anything else, Chin?
No, that's it for
Great.
today. And we have I will bring everybody. Then we have the meeting on the March 21st for the regular committee meeting.
Very good. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Mark, I have one thing.
Yes, Jack.
Several of us have been talking. We'd like to ask the committee to seriously consider going forward to have hybrid meetings, not just virtual meetings.
I had mentioned that to Chin at the beginning, Jack. I think we're gonna get that up and going, not for the next meeting, but for the following meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
Can we take a vote on that?
Well, Jen, after heading into April, the emergency contingency plans fall by the wayside, so we have to have at least hybrid meetings.
Okay, but are we gonna put that into place before then?
Well, I don't know
So
what there is. Yep.
in the March meeting, we can still follow we're still under the emergency condition that is currently in place. And we would have to wait until April 1st to see what the State House, if any action is taken before we know how to move forward on that.
Guys, regardless of what the State House decision is, we should be hybrid. We should have the opportunity to meet in person. We're the only committee in town that's not.
Thanks, Jeff. Anybody else? All right, so do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion for Ms. Gaositz. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Second from Dr. Hahn. Let me pull the committee. Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett here. Ms. Kenny,
Yes.
Ms. Gallivan,
Yes.
Ms. Gaositz,
Yes.
Dr. Goff,
Yes.
Jeff Fisher,
Yeah. Yes.
Jack Fisher,
Yes.
Dr. Hahn,
Yes.
and I vote yes. It is a vote. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.